it is slightly different. It is a stronger processing, stronger transmit power from the conventional multi-IQ that we have on the Equinox and the Vanquish. Alright? The new current Minelab will have the new target ID scale. It starts from 0 to 99. Okay? 2D target ID screen. This one is quite similar to the CTX 3030. Multicolored LCD, very nice LCD screen that you can see all the information from. Even the keypad has backlight, LED flashlight, the handle has vibration function, waterproof up to 5 meter, adjustable discrimination pattern, 35 level of sensitivity, 10 detect modes, 6 different kind of tone settings, approximately 10 hours of battery life, and the best part, it weighs about 1.3 kilos, very light, carbon fiber shaft fully, and a very, very compact design. Alright? Okay, so what's the main difference? Multi-IQ Plus, as I mentioned, is the newest generation of multi-IQ. Alright? It builds on the success of the current multi-IQ technology that runs on the Equinox and the Vanquish series. But now this one, it transmits more power and more frequency. Alright? Minelab engineers have mentioned that it actually transmits above 40 kilohertz. What number? I do not know. Okay, you can try it for yourself. But what we did in testing, it can detect really, really fine objects, okay, including nuggets. Basically, they completely revamped the processing signal. They completely revamped the discrimination function. So even at that, you get a very clear ID. Okay? Greater target ID resolution, improved target separation, ability to really discriminate your target that's in the ground. Okay, so to just run through the basics, these are the buttons that are available on the Manticore. Okay, it's very much similar to the Equinox if you use it. Power button, light button, wireless for the wireless audio, user button which is customizable, the back button which is also customizable in the detect screen, accept reject button also customizable, and the directional keypad. Okay, so at the detect screen, which is this part where you can see the ID, the status bar, pressing up will go into settings. Okay, pressing down will go into pinpoint mode. Left and right will directly affect or increase and decrease the sensitivity. Okay, so just to understand the screen a bit more, this is the detect screen. The top part you can consider like the status bar, like on the phone. Okay, so the touchlight is on. You can see this icon. If it's the ground balance is on tracking, you can see the icon as respectively. The top left-hand side will be the detect mode. This part here tells about the frequency, what is the sensitivity level, target ID, depth indicator. Below the target ID, you get a ferrous or salt indicator when you're running all metal mode. Okay, so when you run all metal, you detect an item, and if it's ferrous, you see this red line. If you see a blue color line like that, it means salt content is present, salt signal is high. Right? This is the 2D screen. The easiest way to explain the 2D screen, I'll be doing it in the next slide. And the bottom part is the action bar, okay, which indicates what the button does. Okay, for those who have used the Equinox, this is actually the chart of how the ID represents or how similar it is to the previous generation of the Equinox. Okay, so for example, our pull tab in Malaysia, it ranges between 12 to 14. So on the Manticore, you see it goes between 28 to 13. Okay, so what Minelab did is that they really expanded the middle segment discrimination to improve on the target ID range, so that it's easier and better to discriminate items. Okay, so this is the newest feature for the Manticore. This is the 2D ID. The easiest thing that you need to remember, good target will be at the center line. Okay? Anything that is above is mainly Ferris target, or what they call true Ferris target. Okay? When it goes below, most of the time it is those large Ferris target that when we use the Equinox, it will come out as a higher ID. Okay? So, for example, bottle cap, the normal beer bottle cap, it will be somewhere around here, but it will fluctuate up and down. Okay? So with the 2D ID, it's actually a lot easier to discriminate and to separate out which is trash and which is treasure. Okay, so this is how it looks like in action. I mentioned similar to the CTX. If it's just one target, you get a single mark at the 2D ID. If it is more than one target, you get the target trace that tells you that indicates that there's more than one item in the ground. Okay, so that's the main advantage of it. The next part is the different search mode. The Manticore has three main search modes, which is all-terrain, beach, and go field. Okay, so for whenever we are not sure which kind of mode to use, the suggested one by Minelab is to use all-terrain general. Okay, all the general setting is quite optimized for the various conditions. So for all-terrain, this one is similar to park and field mode on the Equinox. You have all-terrain general, all-terrain fast, all-terrain low conductors, all-terrain high conductors, and all-terrain trash reject. Okay? The different mode will affect the different frequency modulation as well as the recovery speed. Okay? For beach, same, general, low conductors, deep, surf and seawater. For gold, there's only one mode, which is general mode. For Malaysians who wants to go to the beach and dry, my recommendation is to start up with beach, surf, and saltwater. What it does is that it actually processes the transmit signal lower, so it gives a better reading on high salt condition. Okay, so when we press the up button in the detect screen, these are the menu. Okay, I'll just go through very briefly. The first part will be volume. Second part is the mode, search mode. The third part, noise cancel. Fourth one, ground balance. Fifth, recovery speed. Sixth one, discrimination pattern. Seven, Ferris limit. Ferris limit is quite similar to what we normally do in iron bias. Okay, Ferris tone for the tone of iron sound, and windward. Okay, then the next part, which is the target tone settings. This one is similar to the Equinox, 1 tone, 2 tone, 5 tone, but instead of 50 tone, this one have regional tone and basically regional tone, 1 region, 2 region, or 5 region tone. Then this is the audio theme. Audio theme is where we set the threshold, important for the senior, more professional hunters. This part here is for frequency. And the upper setting is the additional general setting, which will affect the vibration, the lighting, soft key, and etc. Okay.